Boss time?
Have at it, good sir.
Alright.
Gotta enjoy some of that quality voice acting.
I remember... Welcome back, by the way. I remember this guy giving me a lot of trouble when I was a kid. Especially the second race. First one is not awful, but the second one gave me a ton of trouble when I was young. Because he will come up on your butt, and he will run you over.
Like I said, a lot of it... This is very much a game of positioning proper, and just sliding like an asshole to get where you need to be. It takes a bit of getting used to, but once you get a feel for it, it's really not too bad. It's when you get about another twist or two up to where it almost becomes mandatory.
Yeah.
And do be careful, he is right behind you.
Yep.
There.
And you can't just run under him. Although there was the only shortcut in this stage, which I'm pretty sure I have always used in order to actually beat him.
And the game actually... There is a lot of rubber banding going on here, by the way.
Oh yeah. Like, there's no reason I should have won that.
He slowed down to give you a sporting chance. He's not so kind the second time around.
No, he is not.
Okay, so there is the silver clone now.
Yeah. Now you have to get all silver coins and win. This is where the game actually introduces... By the way, this isn't just a racing game. You're gonna have some challenge here. Try pressing the brake when skidding.
Oh, you mean when you just want to do a hot donut for no good reason? Yeah, sweet. I'm down. Okay, so if I remember correctly... Yeah, no, you move.
Alright.
When... I'm pretty sure each stage has 3 balloons. I'm trying to remember what the third one's supposed to be.
There's 3? I only remember there being 2.
I'm pretty sure there's 3
I'm pretty sure it's just this
stage.
and unless you get like another series of them after you beat the boss a second time. I have no idea what you did do to activate a third.
I feel like I remember a third, but it's been a minute, so I don't know the specifics on it anymore. It'll come back to me. We'll get there. So yeah, silver coin challenge. They just have a bunch of N64 coins hanging about the level. It's your job to collect them all and get first place.
Yeah, it's the end getting first place that really gives the challenge for it.
For some levels, they make it pretty easy, like this one, where it's just out in the open, not that big of a deal. You're not having to do anything too crazy to get them.
Unless you completely miss them.
It's okay, you have multiple laps.
Yep.
But it's when you get to some of the later levels to where they start getting a little mean with them, and you start running into a bit of a habit of you do the first or second race as a reconnaissance mission where you're not trying to win.
You're just figuring out where they are.
And you're building a route. You're almost treating it like a puzzle game in a way of you need to go here, here, and there, and at what times you need to grab them. Because I remember when I was going through, I would have to plot out a course and figure out what coins I'm getting on what laps in order to actually do it.
Yep, and if you missed any of those coins on those laps, a lot of times I would remember just instantly restarting if I missed a coin on some laps, because I'd sit there and go, alright, I have to get these sets of coins on this lap in order to actually make this work. I missed one? Well, just gonna restart.
Usually, for the most part, they aren't too bad in that sense. There's a bit of flexibility on what you do. But again, as I've been saying time and time again, it's very much a game centered around positioning and making full use of your movement options.
Yeah. And the real rough one is when you'll run into someone who will bump you off of getting one of the coins.
Yeah. Sorry, sir. I do the bumping around here.
Yep, and there's a coin in that section.
Yep.
Which wants you to use the movement pad. There's a coin on both the top and bottom sections here.
Which is a way to kind of show you it's not always possible to get every coin on a single lap.
Yep. Although in this case, I got most of them. I'm just missing that one.
Yep.
Which... There we go. Okay.
Sometimes you have to use bad shortcuts.
Yep.
It's okay.
Sometimes you have to run your head into a wall. Okay, yeah.
Don't do that.
I wanted to test out just how hard I could turn with the skid brake maneuver.
Turns out yes.
The answer is very. See, I'm not as accustomed as Tim is to bullshit turning maneuvers.
I mean, the way you gotta do it is
Nope, too much.
Yeah. My recommendation
is not playing around with those on the coin missions.
Not quite. I actually strongly recommend people force yourself to use the drifting, even when you don't feel like you need to, just so you can get a better feel for it. What I don't recommend you use is
wall riding.
I mean, you know. What I don't recommend you using is the brake turning, to where you drift and brake at the same time to do hairpin turns. You really need to get used to drifting before you even attempt those.
Fair. Let's see.
Because with the way it works, ideally, you don't hold that turn.
You never hit the brake button at all.
No. There are times where it's very useful, but it's very hard. You pretty much just... You tap it. You never want to hold it down for anything more than like a frame or two. Otherwise, Lord knows where you're going anymore.
Alright.
So right here, with how zigzaggy everything's positioned, the game kind of expects a little bit more out of you in how you move. That, or it expects you to get it in all 3 laps. One of the two.
Yeah.
So like there.
No, too much. Okay. This one might take a try or two.
Like I said, your brake skidding is 9 times out of 10 always going to be too much.
I actually thought I had a boost there.
I mean, you got some boost out of it.
Okay, where is that last one that I'm missing? I don't actually remember.
I believe
Not that I'm in a very
right
good position for it. Okay, I got it, but I'm probably not going to win this.
No, I don't think you have enough room to...
No, I don't. Okay. Well, now I have a better idea of where they are, so there was attempt 1.
Third strike, you're out.
I thought about, you know what? I shouldn't try for that one right away.
No. You can, but there's a high risk of someone bumping you out of the way.
No. Okay. I think my strategy when I was younger for some of those ones that are a little bit more out of the way and a little bit more precarious is to just try and get them on like the first lap. And then play the rest of the game as catch-up.
Honestly, it's a valid strat. It doesn't always work, but there are certainly levels, this one probably being a good example of it, to where it will.
And luckily, they do have a pretty big hitbox as well.
Yeah, I've already seen
that
like
was-
one or two to where there was no reason you should have gotten it, but it let you have it. Are we hitting determined Brenden mode?
Oh, you know what? I want to get that one right off the bat.
That's okay.
That is what I want to do here. I'm not getting strong boosts there. I'm starting it too soon.
It's okay. I still haven't gotten a single boost.
That one's a rough one.
The Tim button is always there when you need it.
That's okay enough, but that's okay. So for this one, I think it's probably going to work a little bit better for me to just go along the outside. I'll get that one on a different run.
Mm-hmm.
Get this one here.
Yep.
This one over here.
Go.
What
Almost go.
happened? What?
Did you? I think you clipped a little bit into
I'm
the
pretty
wall.
sure it clipped me into the wall there. Because I was going to try... Yeah, Okay. Sure, game. Sure.
It's going to give you a bit of a test on your editing skills on this one, huh? It'll be good practice, right?
Sure. Okay, I'm finding that slide on that actually is not helping me. Because it just ends up throwing me into that corner when I try and skid for it.
Yeah.
There we go. See, that's what I wanted to be happening here.
Always nice when things work as intended.
Come on. I'm just gonna...
Hi, I have the
just-
controller now.
I'm just gonna... I think they have watched me fail at this enough here. Most of it being me getting caught on a wall, and then knowing that I'm not going to be able to continue from there. Yeah, because that is the big problem with that one of...
Yeah.
Unless you are already in the process of going, like,
Didn't have a boost.
the other direction, you're just gonna end up in the water.
Spun out.
Just sliding all over the goddamn place.
It's how I live my life. Don't judge me.
You will have no more tires.
Tires are overrated. Yeah, like that counted.
Yeah, the hitbox on these is pretty forgiving. Like, all the way through the game. That counted!
Exactly. I make full use of this, if you haven't noticed.
With your 3 bananas.
It's fine.
Who needs more bananas when you're in first? And you have 8 coins. That's what boost pads are for.
Exactly. And safety homing.
Gotta love that safety homing. Yeah, seeing the absurdity of the sliding mechanics, I'm starting to understand a lot more of these like weird banana placements of who the hell is gonna get those bananas?
Me.
Tim. Tim is gonna get those bananas.
I love me some jank. And this is very much Jank the racing game.
I remember the plane one not being too bad though.
Yeah. Have you actually seen the drifting mechanics used this way before?
No.
Okay. It's one of those things where it's not intuitive unless you see it in action yourself. Do you want to try the plane one?
Sure, I'll give the plane one a
Alright,
shot.
give the plane one a go.
Because I remember this one not being too bad. You just have to actually kind of remember where things are and get them in multiple laps.
Mm-hmm.
Because there is one all the way on the other side. There's also one
Yep.
there. And you probably get those on an additional lap. Let's see, there's one in that middle section. There's one right here.
Yep.
Okay, and there's one up top. There's one in the center here.
Not gonna lie, I forgot just how generous those hitboxes were until I saw how generous some of those hitboxes were.
Yeah, like that one I just got.
Yeah, that one is touch the boost pad, you get it.
Okay. That one.
Drifting is a lot easier to understand when you're in the plane, actually, because it functions a bit more how you would expect it to.
Yeah, I'm finding drifting in the plane to be much more reasonable than what I've seen you do.
Yeah. Drifting in the plane, I'm far more likely to use the brake button for hairpin turns because it's, like Brenden said, a bit more reasonable in how it functions.
I wanted to see if I could actually get both in one go. I don't think that's actually a thing you can do, but I wanted to see if I could.
Yeah. Because, like, if you try doing a drift with the brake button, it functions more or less how the standard drifting in a vehicle does.
Alright, yeah. See, this one, no problems.
Yeah, not too bad.
Even skimmed the lava for some bananas. There we go.
Yeah, this level's nice in that there's a little bit of geometry that you can get caught on, but not that much. It just lets you get a feel for how the plane functions.
And then we hit Dino Round 2.
You betcha.
Oh boy, here we go Dino again. Now I remember this one taking me a long time to beat. There's a very good chance at some point I will hand this back to you.
That's okay. I'm here to help.
Well, in the later stages, you'll probably be playing most of the game, frankly.
Good.
Because now we have pillars.
Oh yeah. I thought the level looked strangely empty the first time you went through.
Yeah, and okay.
I mean, I will fully admit, this is a difficult racing game.
Just
But
gonna
my turn.
hand this back to Tim. There are definitely racing games in which, okay, I am playing at like 100% of possible vehicle power. Well, I'm really far ahead, so now the AI is going to be actually going at 5 times the max speed possible in the game.
Yeah.
Also, apparently that Canary Mary race
I know what you're talking
that we
about.
did. Yeah, apparently that also has rubber banding.
Oh, really?
So if you start off too strong, that is what sets how fast she goes. So you actually want to keep her within a pretty strong, like, a respectable distance away from you. Because if she gets too far away from you, she starts speeding up, and then she maintains that speed for the rest of the race.
Interesting.
Clearly she has a max, because otherwise it would be, like, impossible to beat. But yeah, if you just kind of set a good but not too heavy pace on that, apparently it's not actually that bad.
Oh, hey, I finished.
Hey!
We didn't even see him. Oh my god, he didn't even come up.
All we had to do was talk about Banjo.
I think that was borderline perfect race that I could have done there. Hooray! I know I'm completely wrong in that statement, but it's alright.
No, how about fuck you?
Trophy challenge actually isn't that bad. It's when you get to the silver coin trophy challenge, which I think is a thing.
I don't even know, man. But we got the first piece of the amulet. We've only done 2 episodes, and we've been playing for 1 hour and 30 minutes. And we will see you guys in the next episode.
I'm doing my best.
Of Diddy Kong Racing.